Hello and welcome to Hawaiian Village, or Aloha Mini Golf. This location was known as Hawaiian Village, but they recently changed their name to Aloha. Anyway, the owners of this establishment are the same ones that run the Hawaiian Rumble Mini Golf, which is just a mile up the road from here. We are in North Myrtle Beach on the south side of Main Street. Hawaiian Village, or Aloha, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, it's owned by the same people as Hawaiian Rumble. So when playing this course, I had an expectation that was very high, because if any of you watched my previous video on Hawaiian Rumble, I enjoyed that course very much, and I believe it's my favorite in the area thus far. So Aloha, I'm just going to call it Aloha from this point out, is very similar in design. The skill level of this course is on par with Hawaiian Rumble. I will point out that this is a 2-course mini golf course. When you pay, you get to choose which one you want to go to. The person at the front desk recommended this side. He said that this was more interesting, so this will be the featured course, if you will, of Aloha Mini Golf. As I was alluding to earlier, the holes are skill-based. These are not crazy random holes, except for just there's one that's you could argue is random, but anyway, that's an outlier. The holes are quite basic in design, but like I said, they're skill-based, so it is a competitive course. The aesthetics around it, it's very well planted. There's a lot of features. There's waterfalls. There's a little faux Hawaiian Village, and there's a freaking train, like a legit locomotive engine right here on the course. This thing's kind of cool. It's worth playing just to see this engine up close. So the greens are kept very well. It's very clean. The greens aren't torn. They're not wet. You know, things like that you see in other mini golf courses in the area. You're not going to have that issue here. But there is a portion that you have to walk through. It's like a facade of a Hawaiian Village, and that thing is falling apart. You got to be careful when you walk through it. The boards are loose. They're popping. Just be careful, because they need to give some TLC to that area. Up here is the little village section I mentioned earlier, with a lot of shaky and warped boards, so be careful when you walk through there. Also, the staircase up and to the left leads to an observation deck that is also falling apart. I don't think you're supposed to go up there. There wasn't any rope to stop you, because when I went up there, there was like maintenance equipment, so I don't think you're supposed to go up there, so don't go up there. But all those things in mind, here's a overview of the whole course. There's the other course off to the left, the more basic one. Like I said, the person at the front desk said that this course, the one we're playing, is the more interesting, more elaborate of the two. So when it comes to mini golf courses, I am a fan of the more straightforward, skill-based courses. So I enjoyed Aloha Mini Golf, or Hawaiian Village, whatever they're going to call themselves tomorrow. And it's definitely on near the top of my list of mini golf courses to play. If they just fix up that little Hawaiian Village section, we'll be good to go. Clean water. It doesn't have the offensive blue or offensive green dye in their water that a lot of mini golf courses have, where the water is just as green as the greens you putt on. I understand the reasoning behind it, but it's just a breath of fresh air to see some, water that's translucent, if you know what I mean. So for Aloha mini golf, let's rate this course. It definitely gets a high rank on the design of the holes. Like I said, I like the skill holes. The aesthetics are great. We got these waterfalls. We got a train. This little village portion, like I said, needs a little work, but that's okay. So this course, for me, gets a thumbs up, and I recommend it. Is it as good as Hawaiian Rumble down the street? No, not many courses are going to be. Hawaiian Rumble's still my favorite. So we're going to give this course, Aloha Mini Golf, or Hawaiian Village, like I said, whatever they're calling it tomorrow. Let's give it a solid 4 out of 5. It's a very good course. Does it have room for improvement? Absolutely. Little maintenance and TLC, and this place could be a solid 5. I'll return in the future, and we'll see if there's any changes. So with that, here's the 18th hole. Pretty basic, nothing crazy going on. Not the crazy 18th hole you typically see in a course, but that's okay because the rest of the course makes up for it. So there you have it, everybody. 4 out of 5. Until the next mini golf course, everybody take it easy.